no, no more to be won. You should have known that we are still here. You're not a problem, you're nothing to fear. Now, the time has come. You pass this way again. Forget, like moves. You pass this way again. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Sloppy Bro Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's staying safe. Glad the work day is finally over. I gotta tell you though, I'm getting sick and tired of all this damn COVID-19 shit and fucking self-isolation and whatever else the fucking media is going on about. Look, I get it. The virus is serious. We all know that. People are dying. It's tragic. It really is. I wouldn't wish this shit on anybody. Hell, I've got all the damn health problems that, this, if I get it, probably gonna fucking kill me. And shit, I sure as hell don't want to go anytime soon. But man, it just seems like the last 2 or 3 weeks, all the information that's being put out on the internet, you don't know what's fucking real and what's fake. And it's just starting to really get fucking annoying and frustrating. Hey, what's going on, Robert? Glad to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. But I'm just like, what the fuck? Well, good for you. That's another thing, we got a lot of Karens out there, apparently. Apparently some people have chosen to not worry about the coronavirus. They've chosen to go on and live their life. And as far as I'm concerned, that's okay. I have no problem with that. To each their own. I mean, the last I checked, we are living in a free country. And I'm pretty sure Trump has not declared martial law. I understand a lot of these are stay-at-home orders are from the governor, and I know that, Trump even, put a 30-day stay-at order in place, but it's not a mandate. Until they declare martial law and get the National Guard involved, people can pretty much do what they want. I mean, this is a free country after all. I mean, they haven't taken all our rights yet, last I checked. Now, that being said, if you're not going to pay attention to the stay-at-home order and you are going to go out and about and not, social isolate, at least, maintain the 6 feet, distance, especially with strangers, people you may not know. And for God's sakes, don't try to get this thing spread to the elderly, or people with health conditions. I mean, if you know somebody that's old or has, real bad health problems, stay the hell away. What you do is your right, but, you don't have the right to, spread this shit onto somebody else. So if you know you're going to be around somebody that's at a real high risk, stay the hell away. Keep within your circle of people that aren't afraid of the coronavirus, But for those that are concerned, try to stay away from them. I mean, that's about as, fair as I can, put it, I guess. I mean, personally, I'm going to continue to self-isolate, even though I hate the shit. It's lonely. It can be depressing. Luckily, I've got a real nice screened-in porch that I can go sit out on and get some fresh air and be protected from the elements. That keeps me sane. And then, of course, I've got the internet. I can FaceTime with people and chat. Technology is fucking awesome right now. I can't even imagine what this would be like if, we didn't have the internet. I mean, fuck me. If we just had the old rotary dial phones right now, shit. I think you see the suicide rates increase dramatically. That's a really good idea, Robert. I tried to do that. As a matter of fact, I did buy a bottle of Everclear. But unfortunately, ex-roommate decided, they was going to take that shit. I'm not even going to get into it. It's fucking nuts. But anyway, who cares? The only thing I've got right now is 100 proof vodka, and judging by my research on the internet, that's not enough. I think I've got some 70, a bottle, a half a bottle of 70 isopropyl alcohol, but I'm not sure how to mix that shit. I'm trying to, figure out a damn, recipe to do that. I mean, from what I've seen, it says, add some aloe vera, but all I've got is the aloe shit when you get sunburned, like the Panama Jack shit. Is that good enough? Squirt a little lemon juice. I think I do have some lemon juice I could do that with. But other than that, I've got like a vinegar solution. I mean, does vinegar kill shit? I don't know. Yeah, for fuck's sakes, ain't that real? It's amazing how petty people can be. There's a whole other list of shit too, but I'm not going. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that right now. Main thing is they've moved on. I wish them nothing but well. I hope they stay healthy. But I'm just glad it's all over and done with. Time to move on to bigger and better things. That's my motto. Of course, now the coronavirus hit, so kind of puts a damper in that shit. I think the audio might be a little too loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a bit. If it is too loud, let me know. For those watching, 90% is 3-1. With that's what I kind of figured. 90%. But everybody's hoarding that shit. Every place I've gone, looking just for damn rubbing alcohol, that shit's sold out. ABC store was sold out of Everclear the last time I checked. Don't know when that shit's gonna get restocked. Well, if I can get lucky and find some damn rubbing alcohol and some aloe, I'll give that a shot, because there ain't no fucking hand sanitizer. I've got like a little tiny bottle of hand sanitizer that I bought, like, is in my damn go bag. So I'm pretty sure the shit's like, 2 or 3 years old. I'm keeping that in my car now, so that if and when I have to go out, I can squirt just a little bit on my hands. And then when I took my son to the doctor the other day, just to, get him up to date on his medications and whatnot, they were nice enough to give me one of those, masks. Not an N95 mask, just the basic one. So I keep that in the car. So if I have to go into the convenience store for anything, I've got that little bit of protection. I have, gone out in a bandana and, but hell, if it's not a damn medical grade mask, anything outside of that, I know they're telling people to cover their faces with anything, but it's shit. It ain't doing nothing. You might as well just fucking not wear the damn thing. It's just like, when you go to the drive-thru and you see them wearing the rubber gloves. Now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the effort they're making with the rubber gloves, but has no one heard of cross-contamination? I mean, the way those rubber gloves work, especially in like hospitals, is they come in, they put them on, they do what they got to do, and then they leave and throw them in the garbage can and get a fresh set for the next time. I don't think these fast food restaurants and these people at the grocery stores are doing that shit. So you're better off just washing your hands every time you've done something, just or keep some kind of, make some kind of hand wash or something that you keep with you. It's better than fucking gloves. you know. But like I said, I appreciate the effort, but let's think a little bit, people. Cross contamination is no fucking joke. The fact that we even have to deal with this shit just blows my mind. I mean, I watched a video today that claims, the virus was originated in North Carolina and sold to the Chinese. That it was designed to be a biological weapon. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm seeing it floating around, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, governments create biological weapons all the damn time, So, I mean, it's feasible that happened and it got loose and now we're dealing with this shit. I mean, it sucks. I mean, from what I understand, the virus, has some components in it that make no sense in the natural world. But again, it's a lot of it's conspiracy theory, and I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, you know. But it's one of those things that makes you go, like Arsenio Hall used to have. But I do know one thing, I'm not the only one who's annoyed with this shit. I got so many friends right now that are out of work. Number one, they're trying to sign up for unemployment. And of course, the system's backlogged or it's overstrained. They can't get through. And here we are, first people got bills to pay and shit. But the one thing that really pisses me off the most, and I'm surprised. Well, we're not going to hear about it in the mainstream media because they don't give a shit, especially about you or me. The one thing that really pisses me off is that everybody who's considered non-essential is out of work and they have to go on unemployment, which is a big fucking drag, and they're not getting paid. But yet, every one of our fucking politicians in the goddamn House and the damn Senate, those motherfuckers are still getting paid. What the fuck's up with that? I mean, don't you think it'd be a good example, for our politicians and leaders in this country, while the majority of the workforce is struggling, say, hey, we're going to unify with you guys. We're going to stand in solidarity. And while you guys aren't getting paid, we're not going to get paid. You think they could do that? Nope. You know why? Because they're a bunch of selfish fucking cunts. Every goddamn one of them. And why the American people aren't up in arms over this shit and raising all kinds of fucking hell. Well, you can't because you're supposed to be at home. You got this 30-day stay at home order that a lot of people are following. I mean, here's Robert. He's applied for unemployment on March 3rd. Here it is, April 6th? Literally 33 days later, still ain't got a fucking check. It's disgusting. And the American people, I hope after all this shit is said and done, wake the fuck up and say enough is enough. And I'm not talking conservatives and fucking liberals or Republicans or Democrats. I'm talking about all Americans. Born here, naturalized, American citizens need to come together, set aside our political differences for a minute, and get these motherfuckers out. Period. They have run this country into the ground. And if you can't see that, you need to open your damn eyes. We can't get the shit that we need because we don't make shit in America anymore. We've sent all that shit overseas. If this had been damn 1940 when we made everything here, there wouldn't be no goddamn shortage. Everybody would have what they need. Sure, food might get a little tight, but we'd ration it just like they did in WW2. But the basic essentials for survival we would have. But no, we send that shit overseas. 95% of it's made in China. And I'm not saying anything bad about Chinese people. I love Chinese people. They're great. The Chinese government, though, is a bunch of fucking lying assholes. See, even my dog agrees with me. They're lying about their numbers. They're lying about how this shit got out. And we can't trust them. And the Chinese people know it to be true. That's why before this shit happened, they were protesting because they want freedom and democracy. They want what we have. And they have every right to want it and to get it. But then this shit happens. I'm like, what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? But, I'm sick and tired every time I go to the goddamn store just to get, something. I'm not trying to hoard shit. I just want what I need. I don't mind limiting the shit to one per person. I'm cool with that. But I can't even get the one per person because the shit's gone. You know, I'm sick and tired of it. You know, this shouldn't happen in this country. You know. And don't you think it seems suspect that, you know, things were going really good for America? The economy was fucking tight and people were making money, stocks were up, things were really looking good financially for the majority of people in this country. And then this shit happens and it all fucking tanks right before a fucking election. You know, November just around the corner. That's exactly what we should do. And I hope when all this shit's said and done, I hope the American people demand it, you know, and realize that we've got to bring manufacturing back home. You know, because you know what manufacturing back home will mean more jobs for people. You know, there is no reason why we would need anything from another foreign country when we can make all that shit here right in the US of A. The thing is though, you can't be fucking greedy. You know, you have to get paid for what your work is worth. You know, you can't just be sitting there on some assembly line putting in a fucking screw and that's all you do till the next one comes and demand $30 fucking dollars an hour. That shit ain't gonna fly. It has to be a fair wage for the job being done. You know. So I think that was part of the problem. You know why they moved everything overseas, because Americans at one point were getting really greedy. You know, and they realized, fuck, it's cheaper just to send this shit overseas. You know, save the damn money. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that one. You know, but we've done our time. We've learned our lesson. We can do this shit over and do it right. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that, buddy, about the paper industry. It is possible. I don't really know. All I know, man, the shit's got to change. We can't continue to go on this way in America, or we're going to lose our damn country. You know, but we got to bring back manufacturing. We've got to impose term limits on these damn asshole politicians. Nobody should be allowed to serve 30 years and become a damn millionaire at the end of their retirement, you know, for doing a damn job that is supposed to be a damn, you know, a civic duty. You know, a job that's supposed to be, you know, for patriots, people that care about the country and the people that live here. You know, it's about self sacrifice, you know, for the greater good, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Tell me I'm full of shit. You know, I don't give a shit. You know, it's my opinion. We also got to lock down those damn borders. We got to secure that shit. You know, I mean, how many people came from China into the United States and brought the coronavirus with them that, you know, maybe could have been slowed down or prevented had we had stricter border control, you know. And yes, I'm talking about at the airports because I know a lot of people that come here illegally. The majority of them come through, you know, LAX, JFK, the fucking, you know, international airports. I get that, you know, but we've got to be a lot more strict there as well, in my opinion. You know, I mean, if this thing gets to be as bad as, you know, the media claims, which I'm still not 100% sold on. You know, they keep saying that all these hospitals are at the max and they're short on ventilators and whatnot. But yet, then I see, you know, independent journalists on YouTube going around with cameras filming these hospitals that they're saying, you know, are overpacked and overcrowded. And damn it, there's nobody there. There's no lines. I mean, what's up with that? You know, They're talking about bringing in these damn big ass refrigerated trailers because, the people that are dying, it's overwhelming the morgues and shit that, they're having to store the bodies in refrigerated trailers. You know, hell, Tim Pool today reported that in New York City, they're even talking about temporary burying people in the damn parks because they're so overloaded. The morgues and shit. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, that shit's just crazy. You're gonna bury people in fucking parks? I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. It definitely feels like, we're living in some fucking X-Files episode or some damn Twilight Zone episode. I don't know, it just fucking blows my mind. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, you're seeing this shit every day. I'm just one guy. I mean, hey, what's up, Pepe? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're staying safe down there. But I mean, there's definitely some fucking weird shit going on today. Something just doesn't feel right to me. Oh, you got it, buddy. No problem. I mean, I can't quite put my finger on it. And like I said, I'm not trying to come off as paranoid or a conspiracy theorist by any means. But something about this virus just doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel right the way it's being handled. Um, the fear and propaganda that the media is just pumping out on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I feel like there's an end game to all this that, we the people, just aren't aware of. And like I said, I mean, this definitely feels like some goddamn X-Files shit. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta grab another beer. It's a good thing I got a mini fridge behind me. But I know one thing. I can't be the only goddamn person that feels like this. I can't be. Um, and like I said, this ain't a political thing. This ain't Republicans and Democrats, liberals, conservatives. This is a people thing. Um, and I'd really like to know how the people feel. So I mean, if you're watching this show, um, drop in the comments. Tell me what you think, how you feel. I mean, am I full of shit? Am I being paranoid? What are your thoughts? I mean, what do you think's happening? Because I'll be honest with you, I trust people more so than I do the damn politicians and the media. Because I mean, really, folks, we are all that are left, that we have left, for each other. And we got to set aside our petty differences right now, and our political ideologies, and we just got to talk, about how together we can make things better so that this shit doesn't ever happen again. Because a part of me thinks that maybe this is just a test run, for something bigger, down the road. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that this shit sucks. Gas is the cheapest that it's ever been, and we can't go no fucking where. Isn't that fucking ironic? Should probably be playing Alanis Morissette in the background. You know, you go to Walmart and they're only letting 5 people at a time now, from what I understand. Per 1,000 square feet. Um, I was at our local Walmart a couple of days ago, and you could hear on the intercom system. It sounded very fucking, futuristic and utopian. Wash your hands, Maintain 6 feet. I mean, it was just fucking creepy as shit. I can see that, Robert. Yeah, I mean, I can see this being a power grab. I mean, it seems like every time, something big, happens to this country, we end up forfeiting and giving up a little bit of our rights. I mean, look at 9/11, Patriot Act, surveillance, FISA, all that shit, things that we know are unconstitutional, you know, just like every time there's a mass shooting, what do they want to do? They want to, take away our guns, or restrict them, in some way, shape, or form. And we know damn good and well that, any gun law or any gun restriction is unconstitutional. Shall not be infringed. It's plain and simple. We shouldn't have any damn gun laws except maybe a law that says everybody has to carry a gun. Because an armed society is a polite society. That's my opinion. But I'm not gonna go on with the whole Second Amendment thing, because that's a completely different topic. Yeah, I mean, we did give up the right to assemble. It's amazing what people will give up, out of fear, without any second thought, without second guessing it all or questioning shit. It's like, okay, you're gonna take that, fine, we're cool. I mean, it blows my mind, and they've really started to see this, the government, I believe, they're starting to see, the American people for the majority for what they really are, sheep, easily scared, easy to control, and that's what our forefathers fought the British for, for that. I don't think so. I don't know. I could literally yammer on about this shit for fucking hours. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens, come this November. I mean, how long are we have to deal with this coronavirus shit? I mean, first it was 30 days. It's going to be to the end of April, but I don't see this ending in April. I see them trying to continue this shit for as long as the damn people are going to tolerate it. And like I said, I'm not concerned about me. I'm lucky. I've still got my job. I'm essential. I'm more concerned about, all my friends, with small businesses, that, spent their entire, adult life trying to make something, that could sustain and provide a living to put food on the table, that gave it 110% every day and built something good. Now it's being destroyed, because of this shit. They're losing everything. And if this shit continues, they're going to lose everything. But yet the politicians, like I said at the beginning, they're going to be fine. They're still getting paid. They're going to be all right. But, the fucking working class in this damn country, they fucking hate us. They've always hated us. They've always looked down on us. Thought we weren't good enough. We're on the same level as them. Because didn't go to some fancy ass fucking college that, daddy paid for. Got some bullshit degree in political science. Or fucking law, or something like that. Though they fail to forget that, it's the blue collar worker that built this fucking country. And without them, there wouldn't be shit. And that's fucking real talk right there. Another thing I don't get, these essential workers, these damn nurses and fucking EMTs and first responders and shit. Hell, even the goddamn fast food workers, the people working at damn grocery stores and convenience stores and fucking pharmacies and shit. These people don't have a fucking choice. They can't say, you know what, I'm not going to. Well, they do have a choice, but if they choose not to, they're not getting any kind of benefit or any kind of pay. When in reality, they keep working, they deserve something, some kind of hazard pay. And I know some companies have stepped up and are doing that. But there's a lot of fucking companies out there that just, fuck you, don't give a shit. And I hope the public remembers these companies, when it's all said and done. It's fucking corporations. I don't know. Anyway, shit. I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I've been streaming for about a half an hour. Most people don't watch but maybe the first 2 or 3 minutes. And then, fucking go on about their fucking daily routine. But for those of you that stuck with me from the beginning, I can't thank you guys enough. For you new folks, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That way, anytime I put up a video, you'll be the first to know. And also, share the video. If you think you might know some people that are down with the conversation or got something to add, feel free to share it, among any platform that you choose. But as always, we got to look out for one another because the fucking government ain't going to do it. Politicians can give a shit. So I hope everybody stays safe. Like I said, if you do choose to exercise your right for freedom and go out and about and avoid the stay-at-home order, right on. Just be mindful of those, that are prone to fucking death if they catch this shit. And, stay away. But anyway, I love you all. And I will catch you motherfuckers on the flip side. Cheers.